Hey everybody, welcome back to Chasey K Plays. I'm Chase Kennedy, Chasey K himself, and with me I've brought on my favorite guest, especially when I'm playing Star Wars. That's Bobby Pease. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, I play a Star Wars too.
That's true. You've played many a Star Wars.
Many a days. I'm happy to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to Star Wars. It's good to Chasey K play. It's good to be me.
Absolutely. And we're going to go play a Star Wars here with Star Wars Battlefront 2, which we're pretty close to finishing. I did end up looking up the mission structure, and I think I've got 4 more missions, so we might not finish it today, but we'll give it the old college try.
I am excited to be here and see more of that. I have been questioning some decisions on Star Wars the last week or so.
Oh, your faith has been shaken?
Oh, not shaken, but it's just the trend, the trailer trend that's happening these days.
Yep.
And they put out the trailer for Andor Season 2,
That's
which
true.
is probably the most exciting thing to me right now in Star Wars. And
I think a lot of people feel that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people who have enjoyed Star Wars in the last 20 years are probably very excited, just given their age and the maturity of life that they've had to endure. Andor, I think, does a really good job of modernizing the old of Star Wars. And I think it is a very grounded take on a bombastic part of Star Wars, and one that we all fell in love with, which was, the beginning of blowing up the fucking Death Star. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I did talk about it a little bit on the last episode and you've heard me make this comment, and you're tired of it, I'm sure. I like Andor. I had a really good time with Andor. I wish there were more aliens in there. I wish there was more Star Wars in there, but I get it.
Yes. Moving on.
I just want to Twi'lek, goddammit. Give me some head tentacles.
I said it before. I'll say it again. That's a bad take, but
it's not
I'll
a bad
allow
take. It's a fine take.
Bobby, before
I get in, I want you to talk about the trailer. I want to get into some gameplay, though. Before I do, I have one question for you. I don't think I have ever heard this word pronounced. What's the name of this ship?
Lord Vader since plans aboard the consular ship.
Yeah,
make its way to Tatooine.
Yeah, what's the name of the ship? I mean, it's on the screen right now. I just don't know how to pronounce it.
The Tantive 4.
It's Tantive. It's not Tantive.
I read it as Tantive, but
I've never heard anybody say the name of the cool ship before. I just keep seeing it, and I go, okay.
I mean, somebody right now that's watching this is probably saying this fucking Midwestern asshole.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's probably Tantive. It's just that I don't know. That doesn't feel like it rolls off the tongue. Also, that was a nothing cutscene. I did not touch a single button.
That's the fucking jump over the bridge from Outlanders or whatever that game was called.
God.
Outriders.
Outriders.
Concluded that the stolen plans had been given to Princess Leia Organa.
Anyway, we'll get through this cutscene. Sorry.
Yeah. This is classic Star Wars
all their
stuff.
talk of being a
Very good
peaceful
stuff.
planet,
This is Vader coming onto the
Alderaan
ship.
had been thumbing its nose at the Empire for years.
R2-D2 is going to get some
After a brief and
plans.
pointless battle, we boarded the ship, the Tantive 4, over Tatooine,
Tantive. He just said it. Hey, look at that.
and waited for Lord Vader's arrival.
Tantive. I don't know. That sounds weak to me. Sorry. Continue on, Bobby. As I played as Stormtrooper.
the new trailer for Andor Season 2 came out, and everything in the trailer looks really good. For those of you who aren't aware, this will lead up to the very beginning of Rogue One, when you see Andor shoot the dude and then run away. And it's going to be doing some time skips between every episode leading up to that. But they chose the fucking trope that's been happening with just film in general, which is they have to put an actual song into the trailer, not a score. And they have the most on the fucking nose, ham-fisted, Coldplay sounding, let's start a rebellion song playing with this. And I feel like the song does not capture.
Do you even remember what the song was? Like, it's not Thunderstruck, but it's like in that vein.
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
Oh, do I want to play as Lord Vader? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, why not?
the first thing that pops up is a Reddit post. Star Wars Andor Season 2 trailer, but with Star Wars music.
Nice. Somebody doing the good work.
It's a Steve Earle song? I don't even know who's... The Revolution Starts Now.
Not sure. Okay.
The San Antonio alt-country icon apparently inspires revolutionaries.
That's why
in a galaxy far, far away too. So yeah, it sucks. The song's not great, and it does not fit at all with the aesthetic of what that tone and temperament of that story is.
Okay, he's as always, he's slow as shit, but like, I am fucking motherfuckers up.
You know, this actually reminds me of, I think one of the most slept on pieces of Star Wars out there is the Dark Horse comic for Vader. Have you ever read or looked at any of these?
I don't think I've ever read a Star Wars comic book.
Oh man, the Vader stuff is so good, Chase. They do some really, really cool things with bridging the gap between the old or the prequel and the original trilogy. There's one of my favorite. I'll pull up the exact quote so I don't mess this up. You've probably seen this image. There's a panel from the comic where he is just surrounded by rebels. I mean, there are 50 to 100 people in this panel, and you see him standing, cloak blowing in the wind. He has an unignited lightsaber in hand, and there's just a bubble above him that says, "You are surrounded." And it then cuts to the next panel, which is all of these guns pointing in on him, and he again surrounded. He says, "All I am surrounded by is fear and dead men." And then he lights his fucking lightsaber and proceeds to annihilate them. There were a little inside baseball here. Gareth Edwards, who directed Rogue One, he was also the same guy that directed the not first reboot, but he directed the Godzilla movie that kind of kicked everything off for that new monster craze. That's what his big thing was. He actually had written out some scenes for Rogue One that was going to make Vader way more predatory and just like coming up and like stealth killing and like going through like rebellion camps and hunting these dudes down. And apparently it was A, very awesome, but B, it was way too brutal for Disney to put into their movie for Rogue One. But you're kind of reliving that right now for me, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I'm supposed to find Leia, but they didn't tell me where she is.
Isn't she in her cell?
No, this is her ship.
Oh, that's right. You're not on her ship. That's right. Yeah, I don't know where she would be here. Last time I saw her on that ship, she was getting the plans.
Hey, there she is.
There she is.
Fuck you,
that's
daughter.
Your daughter. That's your daughter.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I was gonna say, it should be one hit. She's wearing a robe.
Star Wars is saved. I did it.
You know, I think that
After Lord Vader took custody of Princess Leia.
Custody by cutting her fucking throat.
Over what? Her dead, bloody corpse?
Many of us had been unwilling
Coughed up the plant. She coughed up a lung.
God, she's dead.
The thought of a pampered little princess resisting his terrible will was inconceivable.
That just felt like a little bit of like fan service there. Is like, do you just want to be Vader for a bit and fuck everything up and have nothing really hurt you? And the answer is yes. That was great. I had a fantastic time with that. Also, I killed 166 men.
I hate this image right now. It's so stretched out.
Yeah.
They didn't change the ratio.
No.
I think this is interesting, Chase. I was listening to another podcast recently, and they were talking about Monolith shutting down and canceling their Wonder Woman game.
Sure. And
it got brought up, maybe James Gunn will do something different with like the video game world and what they're going to do there. And somebody goes, maybe they'll make a good Superman game. And they said that's impossible.
Yeah,
and they started to talk about,
I don't think that'll happen.
like, why make somebody invincible, but then create Like they're like, well, maybe they can do kryptonite bullets, and that would be something interesting. Like that sounds terrible, but
if you did kryptonite bullets, then it's just like every other game. Like, okay, the bullets hurt them.
Correct.
So it's like
Yes.
that's also not Superman. Like
Correct.
You're fucking it up a different way.
And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, and I apologize, but there's a weave that they introduced in the Star Wars universe that could withstand a lightsaber blade.
Yeah, I think there's something like that. Like, do you remember Nice Old Republic when they didn't want to give you lightsabers, so they had vibra blades? Yeah, vibra blades and vibra swords. And it was like, okay, I mean, whatever, this is fine, but like, I just want a lightsaber. And it's like, yeah, we all want lightsabers, and you'll get one.
Wait a pretty good while before you get one in that game.
You do,
right?
You definitely do. All right, we're gonna go to Yavin. Well, not quite yet, because this is a space battle. Looking forward to this. So there's only, despite this being the big new feature of Battlefront 2, there's only 4 of them in the campaign, and one of them is like a complete tutorial, which I think we did while you were on the last time. And also, you can bypass all of them, which I think is so stupid. This is the best part of the game, and they're like, nah, you don't need to do it for the campaign. We're not proud of it.
That ties in. I mean, it is. It's the best part of the game for sure. It's Catorsis weave, by the way.
Okay.
I'll let this scene play out.
Sure. We're getting more cutscene than before. Still terrible artifacting, but it's here.
There we go. When I was playing Outlaws, I realized, because my biggest complaint with Jedi Survivor is that there's no reason why you just killed 166 rebels with Darth Vader.
About half of
Order
the
166.
Legion was still in the hangar getting
Favorite
into their
order.
ships. Of those who made it out, another third were caught in the explosion. I'd fought with some of those men for over 20 years. Afterwards, those of us that survived hooked up with a nearby Imperial fleet making a retaliatory strike on the rebels' base on Yavin 4. It wasn't the best thought-out plan, but we were cut off from our leaders, tired, and operating on instinct. If not for our training, we probably would have never gotten past their orbital defenses.
I think this is the first and only space battle where you get to play with TIE fighters.
Oh, cool.
Which is a little weird. Like, you should do more of that. Which one should I do? I love the Interceptor, but I think I should probably just do the TIE fighter.
Yeah. What is your take on playing these games, Chase? Like, obviously, most of this game you're not using a lightsaber, and it was fun. I just got to watch you mow people down as Vader. But I think that there's a Star Wars problem the same way there's a Superman problem, which is there's not a whole lot in this universe that should be able to withstand a lightsaber. And the fact of the matter is that most Jedi games have you fighting stormtroopers, and unless you're able to just cut them in half, like some games have done, how do you feel about the handling of making throwaway villains be somebody that can actually be competent and capable enough to go up against a Jedi or a Sith?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you're trying to make a fun game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was similar, in somewhat a similar vein, there was somebody talking about, it's like Yoda, it was like a meme thing of Yoda talking to Luke. He was like, hey, you're the last Jedi, except for Ahsoka, and except for this other one, and actually there's this other one too, and I'm like, okay, yes, like, in Star Wars fiction here, we know we couldn't make them all, like, we know the Jedi are the coolest thing, and the problem is our story kills off most of the Jedi before, we're even able to do anything. We have to figure out a way of preserving the coolest guys that we got. So yeah, that is tough. Like, how do you balance that stuff out from like a lore perspective versus trying to make an interesting video game and make an interesting villain? And I think you see a lot of games struggle with it.
Well, it's not only that, but it's funny to me, like, again, using our planet, Earth, there are similar approaches to the same thing, like soldiers, rebellions, whatever. across our planet, but they're variations of one another, and they're slightly the same, but sometimes vastly different. And their purpose and objectives might be very similar. But when I think about Star Wars and what you're talking about with like the Jedi being wiped out, you mean to tell me that there's not another group of people that are tapped into the Force that maybe are able to use kyber crystals that aren't like bound to this dogmatic approach? Maybe they have a different dogmatic approach. Like,
well, that was that was what what was the show that wasn't very good that everybody hated?
The Book of Boba Fett?
No. The newer one, the one with the late Acolyte.
Oh yeah,
like that was like, oh hey, here's a bunch of witches, and Ahsoka did that too. Like here's a bunch of witches that also use the Force but aren't Jedi and use it in like a different, maybe more fucked up way. And yeah, that's absolutely. I like that stuff because, yeah, absolutely, you shouldn't have. Jedi shouldn't be the only ones who can use the Force. Like there should be ways of, like, how do other people, engage with this kind of stuff. And so that part I think is kind of nice, even if sometimes the shows are bad. Oh, that Y-wing! Right. I just slammed into that Y-wing.
You went right into that.
Well,
holy shit! But no, I'm with you, man. Like, I think that there is George Lucas was very much inspired by Westerns, and you can see that through...
Sure, and like samurai movies, too.
Yeah, all that shit. But I would be very curious to see... We talked about this last time I was on the show. Like, I think you and I both want to see them expand the universe a bit more, and I would like to just see what is somebody else who is not bound to the Skywalker story arc that we've been seeing, or Star Wars, really, since we've seen it.
Totally.
Is there other parts of the universe that can access the Force that are using it for very different purposes and things? Like, that would be, like, show me some of that stuff.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Get out of my interceptor, you piece of shit thing. This is mine. Lord Vader said it was mine.
So Chase, have you talked to your audience on here about what you might do next? Because I think that you're getting close to the end here.
I don't know if I've specifically announced anything. I also don't know if I know myself what I'm gonna do. There's some options. I had a really fun time with the Pokemon trading card game, and like playing that ROM hack version. So, like, should I go on and just play the Japanese only sequel? I've played that game before, but it is really cool. It makes you do a bunch of cool deck building stuff. Some other people were just talking about it recently. So that's on the table. I've also, I don't know if I've talked about it on here before, but I've really wanted to play Pokemon Green, the first Japanese game that didn't come out over here, and play it in Japanese and just see if I can remember enough about Pokemon to get through it. And also see all the cool early sprites of stuff before they figure it out. Like the versions we got were actually like an upgraded version. So they got green and red over there. We got red and blue, and then they kind of backported blue to Japan, and they called it like a special blue edition. And we just never got a special green edition until like Fire Red and Green.
Not to get too far off of the Star Wars topic here, but
sure.
You and I haven't even talked about it on our podcast, where we talk mostly about video games. Mm-hmm. They had that Pokemon Direct.
They did.
Where they showed off some stuff. How did you feel about what you saw for AZ?
ZA?
ZA, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that Arceus was probably one of the most interesting Pokemon games they've made in a while, just because it was something very different from... Oh, God, this X-Wing is so slow. Oh, this is bad. I think it could be cool. I'm interested to see how a game like that functions when it's not in a ancient Japan style thing like Legends Arceus was. And in more of like a modern city environment. I think that could be really interesting. So I'm excited for it. I will be playing it more, and I'm more excited than I would be if they made, another mainline game in like a Scarlet and Violet sense. Because I played through Scarlet and Violet, but man,
that was bad. I think that's the worst Pokemon game I've played.
Yeah, it might be. I think some of the ideas it had were interesting. I think the open world was, if they refined it a little bit more, they might be able to get there. But it also just was not good. It was just mostly not fun.
Well, what I'm hearing you say is that you would like both Star Wars and Pokemon to expand and take some more risk.
Sure.
I think that's fair. These are old fucking. I mean, Star Wars especially.
Yeah.
These they've been around longer than us. Pokemon, not so much, but Star Wars absolutely.
Close, but no. Yeah.
I
don't know how many more kills I need.
Curious.
But I need to finish these guys off. Come on. Maybe I should stop taking the little planes that die fast.
Yeah, you got a little glass cannon. There's a ship in Everspace 2 and 1 that people are basically. It's a little stealth unit, but it's a TIE fighter. It's just not called that. And it's actually designed to be more stealth than what the TIE fighters are. And it's a long range. It's like a sniper class. And I thought to myself, that would be a really cool concept in this universe, like to have a ship that is just like a Deadeye, like a sniper ship that is cloaked, hidden. Like I think that would be a really cool moment in here, and that's how a lot of I got one of those ships and I made it look like a TIE fighter to the best of my ability with paint and lighting, and it's a fun little thing to take out. But goddamn,
oh, that piece of shit,
dude.
Oh, that X-Wing came from nowhere.
That's
rough.
That was personal.
That was. Get out of here, Y-Wing. You're not going to do the same thing to me twice. I'm just going to take out these turrets. God damn it.
God, that X-Wing said,
such
this
garbage.
Ain't crop dusting, kid.
Such garbage.
I can't remember. Do they let you have some of the premier ships in this? Like, do you get to get the Falcon or
no, not the Falcon, but nothing like that. The best you can get is like the that three wing thing, the Emperor.
The shuttle. I do think that in the newer ones that were put out by DICE, that you actually, much like the hero classes, you can get a hero ship.
That I believe is correct. Yes.
And that was pretty cool. I think I do. I distinctly remember being in the Falcon in that one.
Okay, 3 minutes
that's a good question
to kill
for you.
3 turrets. Yeah, what's up?
We're gonna do a little overrated or underrated with Chase.
Oh, okay. You're probably not gonna like this game.
The Millennium Falcon.
Overrated by a billion. I think that is a boring ass ship.
Okay.
And they've only made it worse with the movies and. Like, hey, did you know that little thing, the little cutout in the front was actually a escape pod or whatever? Like, fuck that. Fuck that.
Okay, all right. Fair. What about Luke's land speeder?
I think that is properly rated. I think it's nice, but I don't really care that much. All right. I lived. I thought I was going to die for that one. Stop. Okay, got to destroy some engines. Ooh,
what about the AT-AT?
I love the AT-AT. I think it's properly rated. I think it's an iconic Star Wars vehicle.
I would agree with that. What about the Y-Wing?
I love the Y-Wing. I think the Y-Wing is underrated. I think people do not give the Y-Wing enough credit.
Okay. I think that's fair. What about... I think I know the answer because we talked about it last time, but I'll put it out here for anybody who's watching. What about the Snow Speeder?
Best ship in Star Wars. Absolutely.
Yeah.
With a bullet.
But here's
only
the question.
tied by the Sand Speeder, which is not really in Star Wars, but they did make a Lego kit of it, and I love it because it's just the same thing. It's the same thing, but beige instead of white, and it's beautiful.
Fair, but I know how you feel about the snow speeder.
Yeah.
Do you think it's underrated still?
I do, because it cannot possibly be rated high enough.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't think that it's like when you look at merchandise and you look at shit like even here.
Yeah.
And I recognize that there's one, we've gotten like basically two now with the sequel trilogy, Snow Planets, in Star Wars. But it's still funny that like you hardly see that thing put out anywhere of relevance. And damn, that is such a very cool shot.
Oh, I'm not going to win this one, Bobby. I have 30 seconds to kill a lot of engines.
Get to it, man. What about a speeder bike?
A speeder bike is maybe the second best vehicle in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. Sand barge, sand crawler. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Those are different things.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
You know.
Oh, we're so close. One engine remaining.
I don't.
Fuck.
Damn it.
It's fine. We'll do it again.
I'll tell you what I think.
Or do we just bypass it, Bobby? We've basically
just bypass it. You played it. You beat it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Rey's speeder?
I love Rey's speeder. I bought that Lego kit too because I think it's rad.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, that like big red hot rod looking one. I think it's fantastic. All right, so we skipped past we were done. If we had 5 more seconds,
we were done.
We would have had that last engine, and then I'm almost positive that was the end of that mission. So we're gonna go onto the ground on Yavin 4, and fuck some shit up. Base is ripe for the taking, Bobby.
Chase, do you have a? Oh shit! Hang on.
No, I mean, they're not going to do anything with this. I do love these helmets on the Rebels, though. The big round, like they're like when people like are on speed bikes, like just having that long tail behind it.
Yeah,
it's rad.
Speed skaters too.
Yeah,
by the time
absolutely.
we landed on Yavin, whatever shock we'd felt at the destruction of the Death Star had been replaced by anger. For months we treated the rebellion like a disobedient child, only to be repaid for our tolerance with treachery on an unimaginable scale. Frankly, I don't remember much of the fighting. I guess we won.
All right. I think they've done a pretty good job in this game of making more of the classes viable. And at the same time, I still mostly just want to be a stormtrooper because the regular stormtroopers are just much better. It still feels like having a rapid fire assault rifle kind of weapon is just good.
I agree. Chase, you like a good list, right?
I love a good list.
Okay.
I love a bad list. I love lists.
There is a list here of Star Wars lightsaber colors by rarity.
Okay. Like going from common to most rare?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think the most common?
Blue.
No.
Green?
No.
What? Oh, red. Oh, sorry, red. Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, because the good guys get multiple colors. The bad guys get one color. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
What about number 12?
The most rare?
No. So we're still like 13.
What is 12?
Yeah. What would 12 be?
So sorry, the list is 13 long.
Yeah, there's 13 lightsabers on here, going from 13 being the most common to 1 being the most rare.
Question about this list: is this just from movies and TV shows, or does this include video games?
I think it absolutely includes video games, and I think it might even include it absolutely will include the previous expanded universe canon or non-canon.
Okay, well, I don't know how much I can help with that, but I can at least.
Yeah.
So
let's see what you get.
for video games, KOTOR 2 has a few different colors. It has orange, it has Viridian, and it has silver.
Okay.
And Viridian, despite just being green, is counted as a different color than green. So I'm gonna say it's got to be one of those. So sure, I'll say orange, I guess, because I don't know how many other guys are
For
using
12,
orange.
number 12.
Sure, yeah.
Number 12 is blue
What?
as most common.
Oh, most common. Oh,
Yeah. Like, so
What?
we're going. Right. This is a list of 13 lightsaber colors.
okay.
Number 13 is the most common. Number
Oh,
1 is the most rare.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes,
So-
that makes sense. Yeah.
So 12 is blue. Again, notable users: Obi-Wan, Plo Koon, Aayla Secura. It's used by
Ki-Adi-Mundi? Come on. Plo
Was he blue?
Koon. Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi's is definitely blue.
It typically represents courage and righteousness. It is only apparently used by Jedi Guardians.
Yes, I remember in the first KOTOR when they're telling you to pick your color, you get to pick like, oh, Sentinel is yellow, Guardian is
Yep.
blue, and I forgot what
Yep.
green was.
Green is counselors.
Okay.
And that is actually number 11.
Yeah,
that is
that's-
notably used by Yoda, Luke, and Qui-Gon.
Sure.
Represents wisdom and scholarly refinement.
Yeah.
I don't think I agree with this next one. I'm going to come out and say right now, I disagree that yellow is
Yeah, yellow's
most,
the next one. No. Yellow's absolutely the next one.
You think so?
What would it be? Because yellow, sorry, this is strictly from, again, playing KOTOR, but the
Yeah,
three
that's
colors you
fair.
got were green, blue, or yellow. And yellow was
Well,
the Jedi
I think
Sentinel.
the reason I say this is it took us how many years before mainstream, I guess mainstream is a video game, so we have never seen a yellow lightsaber on screen up until the end of The Rise of Skywalker,
Okay.
when Rey ignites her rebuilt lightsaber and it's yellow.
But what other color have you like the rest of these colors are all going to be like, oh, like 2 people used it, 1 person used it.
That's
like
still at this point, I would say we've seen more purple lightsaber than yellow.
well, you've seen 1 purple lightsaber a
but
lot.
more of that though, because that's been in a lot of other medium, right?
Well,
Like
yeah,
this
but it's
video
still
game.
just it's only one guy. Like the whole point of the purple one is like Sam Jackson just wanted the unique lightsaber, and they've never made anybody else with a purple lightsaber. So even though we've seen it a lot in a lot of
Correct.
media, it's still Mace Windu's the only Jedi who's ever used a purple lightsaber
fair.
canonically.
So yellow is number 10. This is, as Chase called out earlier, Sentinels. It's signifying a defender or a protector. Rey Skywalker, Miss Ventress, and Bastille Shan.
Yeah.
The third lightsaber color is associated with a particular sect of Jedi. And then number 9 is purple. And it says notable users, Mace Windu, as
Yeah.
Chase called out.
Okay, so when they're saying rarity, they mean like number of media, not number of Jedi with it. Okay,
That's how I'm assuming this to be.
I see. Yes. Okay.
This is crazy though, because I don't think that
fucked
this
up over
was what Mace Windu represented. They say that this is used by characters who balance the dark and light side of the Force.
That is some bullshit that somebody needed to write to justify.
Yes, I
That
agree.
is not true. That is
And
some
it says-
Wikipedia trash.
It says it typically represents moral ambiguity and balance. There's no way.
Excuse me.
If it's based off of one
he
person,
didn't do a single dark side thing the whole
No.
fucking time.
He was
That's-
very like, if
that's
anything, I would
horseshit.
say that he was like an aggressive, like vindicator of justice. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
In fact, he's too inflexible.
yes, cost him his fucking life and arm.
That's just somebody who's like, well, you know, Sam Jackson's black, so let's try to make it.
Yes.
let's try to make
Yes.
it more badass, I guess. Like fucking stupid.
Now here's where it
That's
starts to
terrible.
get a little bit more murky for me, Chase,
Okay.
because they go into, again, they're saying that this is more common than anything else that we have not covered so far, but white is the next one here. And again, this is only used by one person.
Yeah.
And that
Well,
is
at this
Ahsoka.
point, I think all of them are going to just be used by more or less one person, unless they're used by multiple people. God, I can't get around this geometry. We also did not hold the things. Yeah, we just lost. We just
damn.
lose. I think I need like a vehicle for that part at that point.
Here's
But
why I
okay,
think this is
sure.
weird. Because
Ahsoka.
orange is listed as more rare than white.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
How many orange lightsabers have you seen?
Orange, I've seen Cal Kestis, and I've seen
God, yeah. But Cal's can be any color, right? Like you get to put the color in there.
It could. I'm trying to remember if the key art for that guy had him using orange, though.
I thought he was using blue.
He might have been, probably, because he has red hair. Yeah, it's weird. Yaddle apparently had one, but
Nobody
anyway.
cares.
This is also strange because
God, that's when you've just given up on Star Wars.
I
when
think
you
that's
start
what we're
arguing
seeing
about
here.
Yaddle.
this is
Fuck off.
Magenta is the next one.
What?
Yep, used by Mara Jade.
Oh, okay. That's some fake book shit, I guess.
The next one, also to your point, this is also used by Cal Kestis Chase. It is Cyan and Indigo.
That's just blue. Don't stop lying to us.
And then number 4 is the Darksaber.
Okay, sure. That's in stuff.
Number 3, I've never heard of this. Bronze.
Yeah, never in my
It
life.
says its most notable user is Lobaka.
Sure. Oh yeah, everybody knows Lobaka. What the fuck is that?
Number 2 is Turquoise.
Again, that's just blue. Like there's nothing. Like don't stop lying to us.
And this is actually one of my favorite colors in video games. But it's great. Number 1 is great.
Who the hell uses a gray lightsaber?
I'm glad you asked. It's Tanel Ka Joe. Surprised you don't know that.
You're literally just making things up.
I am. No, this is lightsaber colors are cool, but I wish, because I do like that a color would represent a rank or a discipline. I think that's kind of cool. That's the one thing that like drove me crazy in the Acolyte, man. It drove me crazy. The scene where she changes the color of her lightsaber
Yeah.
by like going to the dark side, it just automatically changes colors. That's not
Right.
how kyber crystals work, you idiots.
Yeah, it's not a personality quiz.
No. It's not a fucking mood ring. You're not gonna like have your lightsaber changed if you're hungry or upset. Oh God, his lightsaber, he's hangry. Don't get near him.
That is funny.
Chase, are you gonna kill these fuckers or what? What are we doing here?
Hey, I've killed a lot of fuckers. Now, am I going to continue to hold these points once I gather them? Who knows? But I'm gonna kill some stuff. That's for sure. I just need people to stop shooting me for 5 fucking seconds.
I am.
Come on. Who is here? No one's here. Don't lie to me. I'm saying someone's around. Oh, this guy. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is my area.
I was trying to think about what we currently know about the next Star Wars games that, like, I know that there's been a lot of them canceled.
Yeah.
The most recent one was Outlaws that came out. It had a really rough start, but they did a lot of work to it, and I've been having a ton of fun with that game. What was the one who the studio that makes Detroit Becoming Human?
Yeah, David Cage's studio. I forgot.
Yeah, they announced. I mean, shit, that's been what, like 6-7 years now, where they announced their Star Wars game. But I don't know if there's really anything else like currently being worked on for Star Wars.
I mean, there's always something being worked on with Star Wars, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. Okay, we need to. I need this vehicle again, and we need to take over that spot, and then we need to hold it.
Get it?
So we're gonna try.
Speaking of multiplayer
trees.
vehicular combat,
Yeah,
did you see what they're doing in Destiny?
probably not.
It looks like they have a mode coming out. I think it's a limited seasonal thing, but for the PvP part of that game, what was the big tank that you got to have sometimes, like on missions in Destiny?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
You remember what I'm talking about though? Like,
I don't think so.
it would it had those really crazy spawn points, and you could get into it for certain, like, they weren't quite escort missions, but
Yeah.
it was very much like what they would do in Halo, back what Bungie would do in Halo. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's a PvP mode coming out where it's basically just big fucking tanks.
Okay. That's kind of
I
cool.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, try some new shit. Like, Destiny, at this point, do whatever you can to make people happy. But watching you do some of the vehicular combat, knowing that you're an ex-Destiny head, I figured.
Yeah. I mean, it's not true, but I'm gonna say I think the only way they can win me back at this point is to bring Sparrow Racing back, but that's a lie. I would not do that. But it is fun to
silly
say
that they haven't. Like, that seems like a very easy thing for them to do.
I'm sure it's not easy because you have to make because you have to make all new maps and stuff like that. But you have some maps from before.
That was
don't know.
peak Destiny.
That was a really good time. I remember some people did not like Sparrow Racing League when it first came out, but I think it's fun. I like Sparrow Racing.
What I liked about it was universal outfit that you could level up.
Yeah,
And that
that
is
stuff was
like,
cool.
that is what allowed me to not just be a singular login any longer on that game. I'm like, well, shit,
Sure.
I can just put this in here and level up these characters really quick. And that way I had hunters and warlocks and titans all ready to go.
Yeah.
But,
And they've done some of that stuff with like some kind of armor stuff that you could level up still as well, or that would get better as you play for like the anniversary or not anniversary, the yearly stuff. God, we're gonna lose this again. I need the vehicle now, but I can't. We already lost. They took it back. Damn it!
Man, I wish that they would make either Star Wars meets not SOCOM, XCOM, or Fire Emblem. I think like a Battlefront done that way could be really, really cool.
That could be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't mind like a tactical Star Wars game. That could be cool.
It's just like there's so many ways that they could do that, and I think Battlefront could be confusing for folks, but
I'm gonna try this one more time.
do it. Like maybe it would be Star Wars Battlefront Tactics or something like that.
Sure.
That could be really.
I bet the Battlefront name might be difficult to, because then EA would have to make it. But
Yeah.
just making a Star Wars Tactics game, I think I would be into that. I'd be willing to try it. Okay. We're gonna win this time, Bobby. We're gonna win this easy because we're gonna have the vehicle when we go up and take the command post. So then we'll be able to hold the spot with the vehicle for the 2 minutes, and everything will be fine.
Turn-based tactics on that topic really quick. I don't know if you've seen they've allowed some early gameplay that they've given folks to be put online, and I've watched some actual live footage of people playing that Claire Obscura or Expedition 33 Claire Obscura.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing looks so fucking good, Chase. It looks
Yeah?
so good. It looks so, oh my god, it looks good.
Okay.
It takes like the best of Persona but makes it a little bit more darker and grounded. And you're not doing like the all-out attacks or the baton passes, but everybody has their own unique ability and play type. And just the turn-based mechanics of that looks so phenomenal. Like that is one that has like jumped very high on my anticipation list.
Okay. Just got rocketed in the face.
I mean, this is you lose this battle. Like that's what's supposed to happen. So you're really just playing it more authentically here.
Yes, I'm just
you're role
like you said,
playing
authentic to the canon. Yes.
Yeah. I appreciate your love of the art here and sticking to it.
The only other options are to quit the stream and then try to beat this on my own, or just to keep playing it. And I've got you here, so let's keep playing it.
Yeah. I believe in you. Shoot those rebels down. Kill that Wookiee.
I wanted that Wookiee. I wanted that Wookiee dead. Ah, get out of here! No, stop it! Oh my god.
Oh, that was rough.
This is not the difficult part though. This is just like attrition, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's when they say, "Oh, hold this place for 2 minutes," and they still have all the dudes around you. It's like, well, there's no way I can hold this for 2 minutes, especially with my frail body.
Man,
what the hell am I supposed to do?
Just watching this, like, this looks so old. I mean, it is so old.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It just looks not only like the visuals, but it just moves like an old school game. Because it is one. But
yeah, I will say this moves way better. Jesus. This moves way better than Battlefront 1. Battlefront 1, this feels like a completely different game, despite also looking like the exact same game. It just feels night and day better.
Here's a question for you. My brother called me. He has a 7-year-old. In that neighborhood, there's other children up and down the ladder by a couple years compared to my nephew's age. One of the households is a Fortnite household. And my nephew is wanting to play Fortnite now because he's been exposed to it over there. My brother is saying absolutely not. And they always call me for these conversations to make me the bad guy. But do you think that, would you say a kid could play this before a Fortnite?
Kids don't want to play this.
I understand. I'm saying though, like, do you think that this is more appropriate for a kid to play than Fortnite?
Well, it doesn't have microtransactions, so yes, automatically. Sure. But yeah, I don't know.
From a violent standpoint, like if the concern was
from a violent standpoint, yeah. I think they're both fine. Like, yeah, you're shooting stuff in Fortnite, but it's also candy colored, and my problems with Fortnite are much more of the monetization stuff, the
predatory stuff there,
and that's worse for me. Like, other than that, it's like, hey, it's a video game, and I've never been one to think that, you know, violence in video games translates to violence in real life. You know, I was playing Call of Duty, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and, you know, I've never wanted to shoot anybody with a gun.
No.
Well, so that part's never bothered me as much. But when it does come to like the predatory tactics of monetization and like hooking these kids, in that way, that's always left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Did you ever have your parents growing up like question the type of games you were playing?
Games, no. TV, they did. They always had like maybe weird music. That I don't think they knew enough about music to really know, and I think same for video games. And they more or less just trusted me that I was making, you know, not terrible decisions. It was very weird. They didn't want me to watch The Simpsons. They were like, that's not for kids. But then they like let me watch Family Guy because they'd never heard of Family Guy, and
which
never
was
watched
way
it.
Worse for kids.
Which, yeah, I would say in a lot of ways is way worse for kids.
My parents didn't want me watching Beavis and Butthead.
I don't think we had the channel that Beavis and Butthead was on, but I bet my parents probably would have felt similarly. But
that was
the name.
Also like that was a nightly news segment too, and I think video games really. They just said video games generally are violent. They didn't say this video game is violent.
One of the funniest things that ever happened is my dad for Christmas one year bought me the Grand Theft Auto double pack for Xbox of Vice City and 3.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, so this is a racing game, right? Like we can play this together because it's racing. Because he would only play racing games with me. Yeah, And I was like, I mean, not really.
There's
it's
cars.
Single player game, and he's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And then like months later, there was a news story specifically about Grand Theft Auto and like killing hookers and shit like that, and just showing the worst parts of the game. And he turns to me and goes, "Is that the game I bought you?"
No,
and I said,
never seen it.
And I said, yeah, but like that's you don't have to do those things. In fact. And I was trying to explain, like, killing the hookers is actually pretty stupid in the game because all you're doing is getting a little bit of cash for it. Yeah. And you can make cash anyway. And, like, there's so many ways to make money in that game that's a really inefficient way of doing it.
Yeah, murder and
stupid.
Stealing, Dad. I'm not killing hookers.
Yeah. and it's true. I mean, I wasn't killing hookers in the game. It felt pointless to me, and so I was trying to explain, no, you don't have to do that, and there's so much more to the game. But like, yes, you are playing as a criminal, so there is some crime shit going on. And I think he's like, okay, well, I trust you to be good. Like, okay. Yeah.
It's
and
wild,
you can also like counter that a little bit by going, well, I mean, yeah, you can kill hookers, but also you can be a cab driver, which is, I would say, similarly unimportant in the video game. Because like you don't need to play the cab minigame to make money. There's so many other ways to make money. But if somebody wants to bring up a stupid bad way to make money, I can bring up a stupid good way to make money in that game, and they cancel each other out. Whatever.
Yeah, totally. I just don't think I had. And this is like not because my parents were involved, but my parents, I think, just saw video. Oh no! They saw video games as a safe thing that kept me in the house and like under their eye. I don't think they were too concerned with what I was playing.
Yeah, I think my parents felt somewhat similarly, but you had it was kind of that double-edged sword that. Our parents' generation felt like they were trying to protect us more than the previous generation. We're not just going to let you go out and be unsupervised and do whatever you want. But at the same time, my parents were also, not constantly complaining, but they would complain sometimes about like, hey, you just came home and you sat in a room and played games for like 4 hours, and all you did was come out to eat, and then you went right back to play games. You should get outside more. And so it was like, well, but you want me to stay inside because you want me to stay safe, but you also don't want me to stay inside because I'm just playing games and you don't like that as much either.
Right. Which one is it? What should it be?
Yeah. I also played sports, though, which was a big help.
Same.
Like, okay, when sports seasons were on, like, obviously, I'm having to go to practices and things like that, so I'm not just staying in the house. I'm doing lots of stuff. I'm interacting with other kids. And so then I could justify it a little bit more of like, hey, I'm in the off season of my sport, so this is my time to game. Let me game, and I'll I won't say get back in shape, but I will get back to being more social and active when my sports season is on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I was too. Well, what's our plan here this time, Chase? How are we gonna beat this?
This is the last one, win or lose. Okay. And then we're calling it.
Okay. I want to see you win here.
I would love to win here.
I believe in you. Use the Force, Chase.
The problem is, if we do win here, there will only be one more mission left, and I will be somewhat tempted to play the next mission. But I think this is it either way. We've been playing quite a bit here, and I can wrap up Star Wars next time. And
hey, you'll have plenty of time next week. We are not doing anything with the casual hour next week.
That is true. Yeah. Well, this week.
This week,
this is going to go out Wednesday. So yeah, this will be the only casual hour related content that comes out.
Yeah. Gonna take the week off. Got some work shit going on. And we'll come back and get to it. But we just did have had a fun episode. March has some cool games I'm excited about. Gonna be playing those. Have you fired up Knights yet?
I've not. I did though. Download the Buddy Pass version of
cool.
Split Fiction though.
Well,
Which is not the same thing at all, but it is another thing that you wanted me to do.
Yeah,
experience.
maybe we can fire that up one night and just see what's going on there. It's been getting some really strong reviews. I think it's sitting like a 92 right now.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
It's cool.
I've not played any of those games before, so I don't
haven't played
really
a single
know what to expect.
Haze-like game.
You're doing good here. This looks like you're getting it done.
Hey, I'm crouching. Look at me.
I see that.
This is real gamer move right here.
Really playing straight.
Trying. Okay, so here's the real problem. I need to be on foot to take the reflecting pool area because you can't. One, you can't take areas with. That wiki got messed up. You can't take areas when you're in a vehicle, and also the vehicle doesn't fit inside the area.
Could you use it as a shield?
Maybe I am going to take this vehicle because what I also
want
want to do.
Where you gotta go.
Because what I also want to do is have the vehicle and then be able to immediately get in the vehicle once I do take the pool.
Yeah.
But the problem is once I get out of this, some asshole's just going to jump in and get it destroyed. And that's also not good. God, this guy just killed 2 of our tanks. He's dead now. So I'm wondering if maybe a slightly better way of doing this would be to try to clear out more of the area first before you.
It just sucks that the AI can't also capture that spot since you're here.
Yeah, that would be nice. So we're gonna maybe we'll try. I mean, they have infinite dudes, which also sucks. So okay, I've got to go out here. Gotta get. Okay, I'm just gonna die then. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, that's health. That's good. That's something.
Okay.
So that is some cover. Got that Wookiee. Ah, damn. Okay.
It's just also crazy how far we've strayed from this type of multiplayer game.
Yeah, because it's not monetizable.
Right.
Yeah, they destroyed our tank. Okay, well.
Damn it. You're getting Palpatined.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. It also didn't do any damage, so I think that was our own guy. It also sucks that they have all these snipers that I can't touch.
But those are shooting. That's not like a sniper shot. That's crazy. That's like a turret.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's you know what? That's better than the alternatives. It's better than winning it and immediately dying.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is tough. We got 15 lives, 14 lives, 13 lives. Okay, I need my friends to stop. Please stop dying. Please stop dying, guys.
This is one of those scenarios that if you were playing with at least one other human, this would probably be taken care of.
Probably, yeah. I think that's a fair thing to say. I need this health. Give that health. Get out of here. Get out of here. All you guys die, please.
Nice
Please die. Please die. All right, we gotta hold this place now.
Okay, you got it.
I'm trying the crouching method. No. Where's ooh, there's health. I want that. Yep. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I like this.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Get out. Oh, they're trying to take it. They're trying to take it. No, I can't. I can't have you take it. This is mine. This is mine. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is
not
bad.
good.
This is bad. Grenade, help me. Kill them all.
Oh,
Kill them
they
all.
rolled out. They rolled
Kill the
out.
Wookiee. Okay. Where's the other guy? There's some guy close. It says there's a guy close. I don't think it's that guy. He's not close. There he is. Die. Get out of here. Okay. Take this back. Take this back. Okay. I think we're safer.
Yeah, this looks better.
Oh, I'm out of grenades. 50 seconds. Hey man, I'm fighting as hard as I can. You need to stop.
Yeah,
it.
you're not good enough, Chase.
Oh no. Oh god, this is bad. This is bad. I don't have a whole lot of health.
No,
They've
you
got a
do
whole lot
not.
of dudes. Oh god, I'm out of
You're out of
bullets.
ammo.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
It's over. Over.
Never be game over. Oh no, it's over. Fuck. Ah.
Defeat. You love to not win. That's too bad. Valiant effort.
So dejected.
I know what Chase is going to be doing today when he stops recording.
No, I'm just gonna, this might make for a full episode next time. So I'll play this in the last mission next time.
You sound so defeated.
I am defeated. I got defeated multiple times.
That's fair.
That's
Well, I had fun at least talking to you about it.
yeah. I had fun too.
It was a good time. I appreciate you bringing me back.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for talking Star Wars. It was a good time. Certainly better than it would have been on my own.
Yeah, fair.
And we made some progress. We beat most of the missions that are left.
Yeah.
We just got this one and the next one after that, and then we'll be done, and I can move on. Or I will do a whole episode of this next time, and if I don't win, then I'm quitting this game cold turkey. We'll see. One way or the other, this game is ending.
One way or another, I'm over it.
Bobby, I know we're off for the casual hour this week, as we said, but can you would you mind giving the folks a little plug to let them know how to see the casual hour when we're back the next week?
Easiest way is thecasualhour.com, but if you're tapped into Twitch or YouTube, you can find the Casual Hour there. We are live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. Central, where we talk about and play video games. Chase and I do a podcast every Wednesday night. We play games on Monday and Friday, and we put the audio up literally everywhere that podcasts exist in the universe on Friday mornings, usually around 9 or 10 a.m. Central.
Bold claim.
Yeah, so that's what we do. We have a great time doing it. Most recent episode was about the video games coming out in March. And we also had a fun time playing some of the demos from the Next Fest, specifically the Monster Train 2 one last week. So I think that's the most recent stuff you'll see from a podcast and a stream. But that's what we do. It's a lot of fun.
It's true. And if you want to see a little bit more from me, I've got another podcast that I do called Pilot Program that I do with my good friend Pierce Courchain. He and I watch the first episodes of every television show ever made. And we've done over 30 of them at this point, which is feels like a lot. It's a good show. Go check that out. Links in the description for both the Casual Hour and for Pilot Program. And till then, we will see you next time on Go Play a Star War.